baby. It's time to ride the funk train, and what an exciting week it is to be an Atari 7800 true believer. Yes, this week we received the Atari 7800 Plus games with Tiger-Heli and the other guys in the gang. They released information right when they were shipping this stuff. I think they know what they're doing to get our money on a freaking hook. The Atari 2600 Plus Pac-Man bundle and the High Store Collection that they're releasing too. It's an exciting week. I've got my aviation goggles on. I don't even know if they wear those in helicopters. I doubt it. But if I flew a helicopter, I'm wearing it. And for this review, I'm wearing aviation goggles as we review Tiger-Heli. First time ever on an Atari system, right after these messages.
Since the beginning of time, there's only been one website with the Babylons to claim every game reviewed when it came to the Pro System, and that's Atari7800forever.com.
But now it's time to get on that YouTube trip, babies. And who am I? I'm Funkmaster V, musician, ghost hunter, hat flipper, pro wrestler, comedian, actor, filmmaker, and I'm going to take you on a whirlwind tour of all things cool about Atari and the Atari 7800 with a podcast, news, even new crap. Baby, are you ready to get your groove on? Because it's about to get funky up in here. I remember when Tiger-Heli was promised to be released earlier this year. I thought, man, what a weird game to be released for the Atari 7800 Plus. It's not a very overly popular game. It wasn't a game that was known to be associated with Atari at all. It was made by a company from Japan called Tioplan, and it looked just like a generic shoot 'em up. I was a little underwhelmed. Well, we got the damn thing this week, and I popped it in, and I can say with a smile on my face, the game is much better than I thought it was going to be. Everything runs smooth. You can tell what everything is. The game feels more like Akari Warriors to me than it does really like a shoot 'em up, but you never take on really anything that's flying at you. 99% of what you're going to fight is from the ground, and there's a lot of tanks going around the terrain, and let me tell you, those tanks shoot often. And they're accurate. If you're staying still, their bullets will hit you. It's not like a lot of these games where the bullets are flying in stupid places. They've got a bead on you, so you constantly have to move. But the good thing is your helicopter is equipped with some snazzy accoutrements. First of all, you have 2 bombs, and the bombs look really cool. Now, the mistake you may make is that you think these things are smart bombs. They're not. There's actual physical spheres of destruction, and even if you hit the button and all these bombs go everywhere, you may miss certain enemies on the screen, so make sure that you're kind of centered up while you do that. Every great shoot-'em-up has power-ups, and Tiger-Heli is no different. You can find power-ups on the ground, and there's a few you can choose. You have the option, which is kind of cool, to pick whatever one you want. Whenever you run across a power-up icon, you can pick bombs, or you can pick a mini helicopter to be your sidekick. The cool thing about that is you get up to 2, and they can either point straight or to the left or right, or a combination thereof, which is interesting because you can make everybody shoot left and right, and then you can kind of fly like a crucifix, or you can all shoot forward, a lot of firepower going straight, or something like a combination of the two, which is kind of funky looking. Graphics wise, everything, like I said, looks smooth. There's very little flicker, but sometimes when there's a lot going on, it does look like an NES game how bad it does flicker, but that is rare. Some of the graphics, when you get later into the levels, there's some stuff that looks like bamboo. That's kind of hard on the eyes. And then when you're fighting tanks in the Amazon, which in reality, that would suck and be hard to see tanks in the Amazon jungle. I guess that's not really a flaw. It's just how things are. Speaking of destructive environments, in Tiger-Heli, you can blow up almost everything. This week, or maybe it was last week now, because time is flying so fast, the Nintendo Switch 2 got a new Donkey Kong game where you can break everything on a level. I think this is pretty appropriate that the Atarians get this, because every building in this game you can destroy. Graphically speaking, though, the things that you do destroy in Tiger-Heli looks kind of weird. It looks like little flaming hot pizzas. And I don't know. I think they could have done something better than this, but I do like it better than the Nintendo version, because that looks like a flaming vagina. And maybe I need to go see a psychiatrist to talk about that, but I do think the graphics, I do like the flaming pizzas over flaming vaginas, at least in the living room when the kids are home. Also, another weird thing with the graphics is I feel like the water effects, there's like these hidden messages. Like there's one part that looks like big and funky, and then the square root of pi equals h. If you know anything about me, I make movies under a company called Big and Funky. I think they're trying to tell me messages, and I'm not a good mathematician, so I'm not sure what they're trying to tell me. And also, like a Hispanic woman down in South America, I feel like there is a religious word that is constantly being repeated in the water too, and that is our Lord and Savior Jesus. And I feel like, is this a Christian game? I don't know. I know Nintendo used to have these Christian games. It feels like Jesus is being written over and over again in the water. It's starting to make me feel bad. I feel compelled to shut down my homeless person fight DVD circuit after looking at these. I don't know. It's so if you're offended by the Lord, maybe this one isn't for you. One more thing about the graphics is I'm playing on a regular Atari 7800 on a 7800 Plus, and it feels like the aspect ratio is off a little bit, and I can't read the top line. And there's some information sometimes, and I have no idea what it's telling me, and it kind of makes me sad. As far as music goes, sometimes the music doesn't work on a 7800. Like if you plug it in and you start a game, there's no music, so you have to hit power and then hit it back on, and then it plays. The music is good. It actually sounds like Tecmo Bowl. It's very Nintendo-y. It's very chirpy, and I like it. In fact, this game plays a little bit like a football game, like an old 8-bit football game, because you're constantly having to move from the bullets and everything. This title does have a pokey chip, and the music is good, and I think the sound effects are pretty good as well. In fact, when you get a power-up, i.e. your mini helis come to assist you, the music changes, which made me think that all these things are only going to be here for a little while and then they'll disappear like they do in other video games. No, but they'll stay there until either they're destroyed, which is what's kind of cool. They can the extra helicopter can act like a shield, or you get destroyed yourself. There are also secret buildings you can destroy for mega points, so keep a lookout for that. The game is long. The instruction book says there's 4 levels. I've made it to 4 levels. But it looks like on the high score screen there may be a 5th level where the boss is. I'm not sure. But getting to the 4th level takes about 20-something minutes. So this is quite juicy, especially with how much action is on the screen. And I think the value is good. You know, these games, the Atari 7800 Plus and the Atari 2600 Plus that Atari is releasing, they're good value, man. $30, you can't beat it, because Atari Age games are $60. And this is as good as an Atari Age game, if not better. Some knocks here. It is a little glitchy. Sometimes if there's a lot of enemies on the screen, a bullet will go through your helicopter because you glitched through it, which is a positive, but glitchiness kind of sucks. It doesn't happen very often. Tiger-Heli is not compatible with Atari Vox, which sucks because it would be cool to keep your high scores. And I don't understand, sometimes when you get hit by a bullet, your helicopter deploys a smart bomb, or whatever those are, as a defense, and that's cool, but sometimes it doesn't. And so there's no rhyme or reason when that happens, and it confuses me, and I'm easily confused. This game was a huge surprise and a huge boon for the Atari 7800 library. There's plenty of good shoot-'em-ups on the system: Plutos, Sirius, Scramble. Some of you guys like Galaga, but I think you guys also like Rancid Milk. But there are some good shoot-'em-ups here in this library. This one's going to slide right in there and be one of the strongest to date. And I got to tell you, it surprises me. I really thought this was going to be kind of a snooze fest, because I'd never heard of these programmers. All right there, kiddos. I'm going to be on a podcast tomorrow night with John. We're going to be talking about the Atari 2600 Plus Pac-Man collection. And I got some information that nobody else has. Nobody. So you're going to love it. 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Make sure you tune in to the Big and Funky YouTube page tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. We're going to rock. Okay, Funk Nation, one more thing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff. But today's video was sponsored by the Perfect Jean Company. Now, they're giving me free blue jeans, and I didn't know what to expect. But they're awesome. I actually got them last week. I went out on the town. If you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you saw that I went to the immersive Van Gogh exhibit they have. And I'm gonna wear some blue jeans. Now, it was the hottest day of the year, bad time to wear blue jeans, but people were like, oh my God, it looks like you almost have a butt. They're comfortable, they don't pull on your junk, they look good, they look a lot better than the jeans I've been wearing, and you gotta check them out, man. theperfectjean.nyc. Man, what are you doing? Treat yourself to some good-looking jeans. And I'm telling you, I would lie to you. I would lie to you and tell you these jeans are great. But these jeans actually are great. It's true. Go check them out. theperfectjean.nyc.